Is this a dream? A question often raised. When this question is raised, there is a thought. The thought pertains to this world. Is there a dream? So the thought arose, is there a dream? It registers with something inside. And then there's some sort of process between, I don't know if it's the brain, the mind, the conditioned information, to make decisions on whether it believes it's a dream or not, or whether it has to go and investigate out in the world of other possible helpful hints to discover or establish whether this is a dream. When the question arose is when the dream began. Because to say it's a dream is a dream. And to say it's not a dream is a dream. The minute we look for something that we can understand about what is taking place, and it's based on past inherited words, knowledge, information, you're going to get a little negotiation. Because the one inside that really wants to know it's a dream is coming up clean and new and absolutely doesn't know anything. But is confronted by this, well, let's look at it this way. Let's look at it this way. Well, you know, if you read about such and such, the Upanishads, the Vedantas, if you take Christ's words, if you take that scientific way, the biological way, the human makeup of the body way, the serious way, the non-serious way, the hologram way, the quantum way. If you take all these things, I can help you investigate and understand. But you're only taking information that is past, and it serves you no purpose in establishing what you are seeking. The true you does not know anything. And you think that's a negative thing. But that's the most fresh place to be, to discover the truth without depending on the mind, without negotiating with the mind. Does this make sense? You're walking along the desert. Sand dunes everywhere. There's no one there, just you. You're going to have to walk in a particular direction. Okay? The sun is straight up above. You don't know anything about east, west, north, south. What are you going to do? You don't know. And suddenly a man on a camel appears. Oh, where are you going? Oh, I want to get out of the desert. I want to get some water. Oh, well, you have to go that way. Straight. Don't move. Keep going straight. And then you go. And then another man on that camel comes and says, where are you going? Oh, I want to get out of the desert. I want to get some water. No, don't go this way. Go that way. Okay, over there. lovely, beautiful city with green pastures like. Okay. This happens 5 or 6 times. What wants to put you off? Is it intentionally putting you off? Do they want you to find water, to find that way out? Or do they just want to keep you going around in circles? And that's the mind. That's the mind. You've got to take your chances, have you? You better hope no man in a camel pops up when you want to know the truth about you, about all of this. No one can tell you the truth. I want to introduce to you a man, U.G. Krishnamurti, who gets completely cast to the side because of his stopping attribute. This is it, and this is all it is. There's nothing else, okay? I want to look at the U.G. Krishnamurti side. I choose not to stop, although the experience of U.G. is crystal clear, and what the man says is absolute truth for the human. Only for the human, only for the ego, only for the species. He says society is a gimmick, and that's what it is. Society is the men and the camels that plot to keep you from not getting what you want. Society is the ego mind that continues to just dominate and deflate you. But you have to use that as a positive attribute and say, okay, yeah, I get that. So what I'm not going to do is participate in what UG says is the question. I'm not going to participate in any questions. Any question that arises, I'm going to use the spiritual way. I'm going to use the Ramana, the Muji, the Eckhart Tolle way. And I'm going to see through the question. The question is made out of syllables and words. Is this a dream? Okay? What came before the words? What came before the syllables? Now, the mind will want to use a mathematic way, if that's your way, or a constructive way, deconstruct the syllables or the lines of the words to try and make other words, because the mind wants to destruct and reconstruct. So to see through the question, you just do not respond to the question. But you do not respond to the question. The question comes, is this a dream? And you sit and look at it, and you don't move from it. The words. You don't go forward, you don't go back, you stay there. You stay there. No, I'm not moving. The question can move on its own. I'm not pushing it away. I'm not keeping it here. I don't mind where it goes, but it will go before I goes. The question will go. Will it? It has to go. But there'll be a little fight, a little battle. The phone will ring. Oh. Yeah. Some sort of shift, Kundalini, wonderful shift. Oh, I've beat the question. Question's still there. Oh, I have things to do. I haven't got time for this. These spiritual seekers are fools anyway. I don't care if it's a dream. Yeah, I know you don't care. No one cares. But the question will return until you see through it. It's the same with who is the person there's inquiring. Who am I? Yeah? You walk through the desert again. There's no mirrors. You forgot. You've had a case of amnesia. There's no one there to tell you anything. There's nothing to show you, reflect you. There's just sand. You don't even know who you are, where you've been. You've had this bump on the head and that's it. And then the man in the camel appears. What are you doing? I don't know who I am. I know who you are. You're Graham. You live in that village 10 miles down there. Yeah, you need to get home to your family and your wife. You're a person. You're a human. Ah, thank you. And you walk on. And another man in a camel appears on the way and says, what are you doing? I don't know who I am. Oh. Apparently, the man in the camel says, I'm Graham from that village down there. And this man in the camel's never met you before and says, no, you're a soul. You're a beautiful being. You're a form. Where do I live? I don't know. You live everywhere. And you go on and another man in a camel. I don't know who I am. I'm a Graham from the village. I'm a soul. No. You're just meat and flesh. You're just a body that's lost. And then the religious man in the camel says, you're the son of God. What? Who's God? God's up there. But I have to go there. Oh yeah, you have to go there for now, but you end up there. Why don't I go there now? Well, how are you going to get there? You have no ladder. And you're confused. But you keep walking. You don't know who you are. Something has to tell you what you are. But it's not going to be the mind. It's not going to be the ego. It's not going to be that what interferes with the question. So you say, who am I? You stand in the desert, you don't move. And you don't move until the question moves. And the question will move, and it will move you out of everything that you've been thinking, out of everything that you've been told, out of everything that you know, out of everything that you dreamt of, out of everything that you imagined and fantasize about. It will move you out of your desires, out of your wants. It will move you out of your attachments and relationships. It will move you into beingness, into pure love, into pure life. And you will momently realize there was no desert. There was never a desert. I was never lost. I never did not know what I was, who I was. It's just a mind playing games that U.G. Krishnamurti speaks about. Some devilish mind that wants to keep you in the world of society, in the world of words, in the world of questions, in the world of investigating anything outside of who I am, what I am, where I am. Where am I looking from and as what? I appear to be in the desert. I appear to be dreaming. I appear to be lost. I appear to be nameless. I. When the question is kept alive, can it be kept alive? Who's going to move first? You? Your mind? Your mind is going to try and move thousands of ways into information, backing away, looking for excuses. It's not able to face up to this question, who am I? Because who am I is the veil of the question. And when it's removed, you know, everything is revealed. No speaker that has experienced this can tell you what's going to happen. And you don't have to seek anything to find it. You have to stand still and simply ask the question, not my particular questions, the questions that are really, really inside, enticing something, a longing to find something other than what is here. Most go through the desert. Most see the men and the camel. It's not an end to not seeing the men and the camel. Because in our world of ego, even in your silence, even in your truth, a man and a camel will appear and say, what are you looking for? And you look at him and say, that's your question. That is your question. You'll find the answer to your question. I didn't raise that question. You raised the question. You have problems because you don't know the truth.